Take a look at this, and we'll come right back.
My name is Trey, and I'm 27.
All right. Trey, what do you do?
I work for a project consulting company.
Now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
Humor. Like, I feel like I'm a... Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I'm a quirky guy. I like to have fun, be playful. So if you can match that with a bit of banter, like, I love that. So
Nice. Well, we did get some pop balloons. Your name and age.
Sade, and I'm 24.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
He mentioned someone who has humor. I don't think I'm very funny, but something nice. I like the crossing. First impression, a good style.
So is she someone that's your type?
not really. Not really, to be honest.
Okay. And why not?
The face is a bit wrinkly for me.
Now, initially I was gonna just react to the whole point of how dude responded to her and basically made all these disparaging remarks about her face and all of that, and I was gonna get into them, kind of like how I do. For those that don't know, on TikTok and on Instagram in the morning, I kind of give a preview of what the later in the day video on YouTube is gonna be about. So if you ever want to just kind of catch a low-key commercial, go there and check that in the morning. But what I was gonna do was like, man, we gotta do better. This is violation, all of those types of things. And it is violation on how he handled it. But the deeper dive into this is about how men nowadays, males, there's no decorum. They don't know how to holler at a woman or tell a woman that they're not interested without being derogatory. Like the whole manosphere, red pill, for those that don't know, it's all about like, well, I'm the table, and what do you bring to the table? Why does somebody have to bring themselves to the table? In essence, you are wasting time. I don't go in restaurants that I don't plan on eating at and criticize them for not serving what I don't want to eat. I spend my time in places that are productive to me. So what I start to realize is these dudes that do all of that probably didn't have all the charisma and swag necessary to get the type of women that they wanted back in the day. And now that they have the resources or the means to do so to garner a certain type of attention, now they want to act brand new. Let me tell you something. Charisma, swag, style, and all of that is in you. It's not on you. I've seen broke dudes pull bad ones. I've seen rich dudes pull bad ones, but we know what they're there for. Okay, I came up with this little term that kind of stuck with me. Is time wasters and taste testers. Time wasters and taste testers go together. Taste testers, they just want to taste, they keep it moving, they don't want to invest or anything like that. And when somebody is like that in your life, they are a time waster. Okay? Now let me bring this back. You're like, well, how does this intersect? Well, you got a lot of soft dudes out here. I said it. You got a lot of soft dudes out here masquerading as men. Now when Baby said about herself, you know, she said, okay, I'm not really that funny. It was obvious to some that she might not be their speed. We'll say it like that. She might not be what they look for in a woman, and that's fine. We all have a preference. But now when you have to drag somebody just to state your preference, then that's where we have the problem. Let me give you an example of how he could have easily said that. Well, when she popped her balloon, he could have easily said, you know what, baby, that's cool. Do you. You know what I'm saying? You clearly know what you want out of a man. I know what I want out of a woman. And I hope you have much success in finding what you're looking for and continued happiness throughout life. That would have been player level. Bing! Went from amateur and novice, bing, to expert. But no, he gonna say, after she said, well, I'm not really that funny. She made a criticism of herself. He turned around and say, well, nah, she's a little wrinkly in the face. Now, that would go without saying, stating the obvious. You understand me? So You didn't have to, what they said, what is already known doesn't have to be explained. So you didn't have to go there. What if baby had like this, what if this was like a test for her to be outside and stand out in front of the world and be looked at and not necessarily criticized, but to say, I'm standing in my truth, I understand it. I'm trying to get over something that psychologically has made me insecure my whole life. And then you, sir, being a weenie, come out and say, yeah, she's a little bit wrinkly. First of all, sir, I was surprised that you was on a show with all women. Oh, we can't talk about what's real? It's dudes like that that make it hard on real men. Because now baby is gonna take that psychologically with her into the next relationship. She's gonna be so insecure, a man's gonna have to peel back all these layers of insecurity just to get to the real person to let her know that, baby, this is what I'm here for. But I wouldn't be who I was if I didn't give y'all who y'all came to see. Did you know she had a twin? I'm just saying that wouldn't work for me. I can't deal with two of the same. But she had a twin, playboy. No, I'm just joking. She does have a twin though. But because of all this criticism off of this one comment, you know, baby deleted all her social medias. You can't find her anywhere. You can find her name and all of that, but everything else is gone. Because of one sucker. I remember it was an R. Kelly song where he said, one man can make one woman hate all men. That is very true. Although we can't take the responsibility for all men being suckers, no. But what we can do is each one teach one how this grown man business thing really works. It's about respectability. It's about morality. It's about teaching others. It's about being a pillar. It's about being a stand-up, solid individual so that when people see you and interact with you, they know they are dealing with a real one. And for clowns like that to still be just popping up like, it's flabbergasting that that has now become the representation. But I'm gonna do my part, and I do not stand by anything dude said. I believe in, there's about decorum, there's an easy way that you can say how you feel without dragging somebody in the process. There's a way to say that you are disinterested without clowning somebody else. There's all kind of ways, but if you got suckers like this stepping out to the forefront, then it is us in the background that have to snatch them and be like, him don't represent us. I guess we got to clean up the mess. This is Late Night CJ. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, let them know where we at. And also, if you have any suggestions or things that you want me to talk about or you want me to address from my point of view, I would love to hear about it. Hit me up on all social medias, Late Night CJ. Okay? But like I said, click the bell. Tell people where we at. 100.